In a ruling that has sent shockwaves through the highest corridors of power, the Pretoria High Court has delivered a bombshell judgment ordering President Cyril Ramaphosa to take immediate steps within 7 days to repatriate Afrikaners who have left South Africa due to what the court described as state negligence, socio-political exclusion, and failure to protect minority rights. The dramatic ruling follows an urgent application brought by a coalition of human rights organizations, Afrikaner civil society groups, and international legal advocates, who argued that the South African government had over the past 2 decades failed to uphold constitutional protections for minority communities, leading to an exodus of skilled, professional, and economically vital Afrikaners. The state has a duty not only to protect the rights of minorities, but to actively ensure that no South African feels forced to flee their homeland due to political alienation, economic exclusion, or fear for personal safety. It is therefore ordered that the President, in consultation with the Department of Home Affairs and the Department of International Relations and Cooperation, initiate within 7 days a structured plan to facilitate the voluntary return of displaced Afrikaners. The judgment cites rising farm attacks, policy failures regarding land reform, and what it refers to as reverse marginalization in the job market and public services. The court noted that many Afrikaners have relocated to countries such as Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and the Netherlands, seeking refuge from rising instability and a perceived erosion of their heritage and economic opportunities in the country of their birth. The ruling further declared that the government must present within 30 days a publicly accessible action plan which includes security guarantees for returning families, restoration of citizenship rights where necessary, integration into economic and housing programs without prejudice, support for Afrikaans language education and cultural preservation. According to sources close to the presidency, Ramaphosa was not prepared for the legal outcome and has described the ruling as a constitutional curveball. Addressing a small group of ANC insiders, the president reportedly admitted, "This is unprecedented. We are being compelled to fix wounds that were never fully healed, and the timeline is extremely tight." Privately, some senior government officials have expressed concern over the implications of the ruling. They fear it could set a precedent for other minority or displaced groups to demand international-scale intervention and fast-tracked return protocols. One minister, speaking anonymously, said, "If we open this door, we must be prepared for the domino effect. The court has essentially redefined our responsibilities in a way we've never seen before." The court's decision has ignited a fierce national debate. While many civil rights groups and commentators have welcomed the move as a long-overdue gesture of healing and inclusivity, others, particularly within some ANC-aligned circles, are calling it judicial overreach. EFF leader Julius Malema blasted the ruling, calling it a betrayal of black economic liberation, while others have accused the court of romanticizing a narrative that undermines the suffering of historically oppressed South Africans. However, opposition parties such as the Democratic Alliance, DA, and Freedom Front Plus have hailed the ruling as a victory for constitutional democracy. FF Plus leader Peter Greenwald declared, "For too long, the ANC government has vilified Afrikaners instead of embracing their potential to contribute to South Africa's success story. This ruling brings hope." With only 7 days to respond, all eyes are now on Ramaphosa. Will the president comply in full? Will the ANC try to appeal the judgment? Or will this mark the beginning of a new chapter in post-apartheid reconciliation? Political analysts suggest Ramaphosa faces a no-win situation. If he resists, he risks alienating both the courts and a significant voting bloc. If he complies, he may fracture support within his own party, already under strain after coalition losses in key metros. One thing is clear, the High Court has thrown down the gauntlet, and Ramaphosa's next move could alter the trajectory of South African politics and society for years to come.